Finding a blog on Flippa. The easiest way to buy a blog or any other kind of website or digital asset is through a marketplace. By far the most popular marketplace and largest for any online business is Flippa, but there are good reasons to look at others. It's a good option, Flippa, if your investment capital is less than 15 to 20,000. That's most likely where you'll end up is Flippa, and you'll find low-cost blogs there. But if you're investing more, you definitely want to take a look at Empire Flippers, and if you're a really big investor, check out FE International. Yeah, our focus will be on Flippa though, since that's where I've actually bought a blog. Again, Flippa is simply a marketplace where you can buy and sell online businesses of any type, which is one of its upsides. So many assets of many types available. This includes blogs, apps, forums, directories, e-commerce sites, Amazon FBA, businesses, domain names, and a lot more. Another upside to using Flippa is that most of the assets are relatively low cost in terms of dollars. They also handle payment processing, a safe way to do it, including their built-in escrow service, so your money is safe. One of the downsides to using Flippa is that there are a lot of scams, or at least they're very common. And another downside is most of the assets on Flippa are overpriced, so you're going to pay those high multiples. I talked about it before in the top qualities to look for investment grade blogs. 36x should be your highest pay multiple, but on on Flippa, you're definitely going to find higher multiples. That's why you need to be able to spot the top qualities of an investment grade blog we covered earlier, so you can avoid overpaying and potentially being cheated out of your money. Think of Flippa as the wild, wild west of buying and selling online businesses. Now let's take a look at how you go about finding and buying a blog on Flippa. Alright, here we are on flippa.com. The homepage, you can see, looks nice. Got a bunch of listings and categories to choose from. But we are going to start in the profile, which is where you want to get started also. So here's mine. You can see my face, my full name. I actually performed a transaction in the past. It was with the home decor blog that I mentioned before. And yeah, you can also see that I'm verified, email address and everything, that I've made 9 bids in the past, and I have not completed any listings, which means I haven't actually sold anything yet. So yeah, that's pretty much the profile. You want to get that set up so you can build a relationship with the seller in the future, and make it so that they know you're human. So now let's look at the marketplace with their search feature. Well, you notice I just clicked the magnifying glass. That's all. So yeah, if you're familiar with Flippa, you'll probably have seen this before, but you'll see a bunch of sponsored posts, or sponsored listings. We're going to ignore those because, yeah, I'm not interested in that. So what we're going to look at are websites that are established and starters, and we're primarily interested in blogs. Of course, there are a bunch of other options to choose from if that's what you're interested in. But yeah, for now, blogs. Industry I usually leave blank because I'll make that decision when I see a blog. Monthly users and page views I tend to leave blank. I'm mostly interested in page views, but I'm actually primarily interested in the profit. So we will enter that, and then if the page views are insufficient, well, then that probably won't happen anyways. $100 minimum per month. So I also tend to keep the price range open. Age, as we talked about before, should be at least a year old. And multiple, this is a new feature. I usually I'm going to keep this open just to see where we're at. Same with the authority score. And I'm not interested in classifieds where only people put confidential auctions up. I like to see the open auction. So classified means that you can't see the product, or should I say, site. And seller location, maybe you're interested in that. I want to make sure that the traffic has been verified. That means they've hooked up their Google Analytics to it. So That's good. Keep revenue open, verified revenue open, because they could be monetizing multiple ways and you don't want to filter out anything. And yeah, everything that's open right now. You could do recently sold too and reach out to closed listings or auctions that didn't sell. But yeah, that's if that's what you want to do. For this example, we won't do that. So let's go back to the top of the search. They are automatically happening, and the results are automatically being filled. Yeah, you can see several websites. Yeah, let's just start looking at some of them. So I'm going to take a look, control click to open up a new page. That looks cool. So let's take a look at kind of pets. Yeah, cat pet niche. I'm interested in pet blogs. I actually own a dog one. It's current 4,000. They want 11, but that so reserve price means the amount of money it needs to get to get sold. It looks like it's already been bid on. 12 more days. The seller is in Vietnam. Yeah, page views at least at a slow, close look. Looks fine. It's 1 year old, so it's not bad. It's definitely on the low end. Net profit. So this is what you'll have to verify eventually. You never know. But yeah, you have to check that. This is a new feature. So yeah, authority score. I believe this is probably associated with domain authority. So if that's true, if that's domain authority, that's actually pretty good. Our minimum again was 20, so just remember. And we're now looking at organic search is the by and large traffic source. So that's awesome. United States, most of the traffic is coming through here. Wow, this is actually not bad. So wow. All right. Well, yeah, you can see in the notes they add a bunch of useful information. So here's a good one I just saw. So oh well, they're using Ezoic. Only 5% of their revenue is coming from that, and the rest is Amazon affiliates. So I would pass on this right away from seeing that. I'm afraid of Amazon associates cutting commissions, so that would be a instant deal breaker for me. They put a video MP4 of evidence of revenue, so that's a good start. And looks like their comment section is quite active, so that's good. Overall, actually, this is pretty good. If the price was low, I would probably buy it, but it looks like the multiple is 3.9. I think they do a multiple times the yearly revenue, so really you would times this by 12, and that would be the multiple we discussed, and that would be almost what 48x. That's pretty high. But remember, on Flippa you're going to find stuff like that. So yeah, I would pass on this because of the revenue split between Amazon associates and Ezoic. So yeah, let's take a look at some other ones. Yeah, I don't know. There's another dog one. Kind of tired of dog already. Let's see what else is out there. Body fitness. 10 bids. Okay, let's see what that's about. Okay. Bodyfitnessfoods.com. You also want to look at the website, like open it up and check it out. So this person's from the UK. It's at $1,004. There's no reserve set. That means it's ready to sell at it as it is, so that's a good sign. Just sell it. 2 years old, nice. Page views are in the tens of thousands, really good sign. Well, as they state, the revenue is fairly stable, so another good sign. Domain authority is 8, so that's pretty low. If that's the domain authority, don't. I'm not actually entirely sure if that's what that is. But if it is, that's pretty low. But maybe that's why it's relatively cheap. I'm not sure. I have to look into it more. Yeah, that's. I mean, at least it's steady. And the organic search is 97%, which is incredibly high. That's really good. And looks like US is the majority of the traffic. So there we go. That's great. If you can confirm this is the revenue, you could totally offer a buy offer. So obviously you'd want to take a look at the website, read their comment or the description. It currently generates revenue through AdSense, but has potential to generate so much more through affiliate and other ad networks. So this is actually a really good sign. They only monetize through contextual ads, which is a big win for me. They put the revenue up as proof and web traffic as a screenshot. So yeah, obviously you need to confirm that, but honestly, apart from the niche being what health and fitness, which isn't the best, this is not bad. I would definitely consider looking at this, at least watching it. And if it was sold at the right price, you could still make some offer, and maybe it's worth it. So yeah, that's pretty much how you can use Flippa to find blogs to buy. It there's new listings added every day, and it does get kind of messy in the results with all these sponsored ones and the editor's choice and all that. You just kind of got to sift through the garbage. You can see that I only looked at a couple. There's probably a lot more, but like China devices, electronics, like there's a lot of stuff in here that you're best off just not of like I almost clicked Bike Gear Lab because biking is a recreational activity, but once I saw Amazon, I'm not even interested, and that multiple is huge. So there's a lot of filtering, but that's what the top qualities to look for in an investment grade blogs checklist is all about. So great. Well, hopefully that was helpful, and I'll see you back at the slides. Now, before you make a bid, you want to reach out to the seller. This helps you start to build a good relationship with them. Always be friendly and informative and concise. You can check out the email and messaging templates in the course materials to give you a start on how to reach out. Um, Once you've gotten all the information you need from the seller, you want to price the website as accurately as possible. That's where the blog pricing tool comes in. It's a spreadsheet, and you can find it in the course materials as well. Just enter the information you collected and put it in the spreadsheet to see how much you might pay for a blog like the one you just found. Based on the seasonality of the blog's niche, like we discussed before, you'll also need to choose the correct monthly average revenue value to input. Once you find a price you're comfortable with, reach out to the seller with an offer, usually 20 to 30% less than what you see as a fair price, and begin to negotiate. See if they'd be willing to sell it to you right then and there. Urgency can make a huge difference in this scenario. If they're not interested in selling it right away, you want to join the auction by placing a bid. Tell them that you made the bid and thank them, and then just keep an eye on the auction. Once you win your first auction, you'll start working with the seller to transfer over the blog and all its related assets. We're gonna get into that in a lot more detail in an upcoming section, and it's very important. It's a very important process.